Have you ever wondered what separates the legendary victories from the countless defeats in the brutal arena of business? Is it merely luck, a stroke of genius, or something far deeper, something you can learn and master? The answer lies in an ancient wisdom, a philosophy of war that has become the secret weapon for some of the world's most successful entrepreneurs. It's a journey from uncertainty to unshakable confidence, from struggle to sustainable success. A path paved not with aggression, but with profound understanding. This is the story of how an age-old military strategy can guide you through the modern battlefield of startups and corporations, transforming your vision into a triumphant reality. More than 2,000 years ago, great General Sun Tzu inscribed a timeless principle in his masterpiece, The Art of War. Know yourself, know your enemy, and you will win 100 battles. This single sentence transcends the chaos of ancient battlefields. Echoing through the corridors of modern boardrooms and the vibrant, chaotic world of startups, it is not simply a call to arms, but a profound philosophy about the very nature of victory. Its core spirit whispers a truth that many aspiring leaders often overlook. True. Lasting victory is not born from relentless conflict or a desperate reliance on fortune. Instead, it is the deliberate, almost inevitable result of meticulous preparation and a deep, dual-sided understanding. It's a principle that teaches us that the most decisive battles are often won long before they are ever fought. This idea emphasizes that triumph is not a gamble, but a calculated outcome, a harvest reaped from seeds of intelligence and foresight sown well in advance. The first pillar of this ancient wisdom is deceptively simple, yet profoundly challenging. Know yourself. This is not a vague call for introspection. It is a demand for a brutally honest and comprehensive audit of your own existence as a business. It means looking into the mirror and seeing not what you wish to see, but what is truly there. What are your undeniable strengths? Is it a revolutionary technology, an exceptionally talented team, a unique company culture that fosters innovation, or perhaps a deep well of capital? These are your sharpest swords, your highest walls, and you must know them intimately to wield them effectively. But just as crucial is the unflinching examination of your weaknesses. Where are the cracks in your armor? Is it a limited budget, a gap in your team's expertise, an inefficient operational process, or a vulnerability in your supply chain? These are your exposed flanks, the hidden liabilities that a savvy opponent will exploit without hesitation. Knowing yourself also means understanding your resources and limitations in their entirety. It's about creating a detailed map of your own territory, charting every mountain of strength and every valley of weakness. The second, equally vital pillar is to know your enemy. In the world of business, your enemy is not a single entity, but a complex ecosystem of competitors, market forces, and even the shifting desires of your customers. This requires you to become a master of reconnaissance, to look beyond your own walls and meticulously study the landscape around you. It means grasping your opponent's strategy, reverse engineering their playbook to understand not just what they do, but why they do it. What are their capabilities? Do they have a technological edge, a larger marketing budget, or a more established brand reputation? What are their true intentions? Are they aiming to capture market share, disrupt the industry, or simply maintain their current position? You must also identify the external factors that can influence them: changes in regulations, shifts in the economy, or new technological trends that could either bolster their position or create a sudden vulnerability. With this profound, dual-sided understanding of both your own capabilities and the forces arrayed against you, your decision-making transforms. It evolves from hopeful guesswork into strategic precision. You learn to leverage your strengths against their weaknesses to anticipate their moves, encounter them before they are made, and to sidestep unnecessary risks that could lead to a catastrophic, premature end. Your journey is no longer a blind stumble in the dark. It becomes a calculated advance into well-lit territory. This philosophy of knowing yourself, knowing others, is not just a theoretical exercise. It is the most valuable compass for anyone embarking on the perilous voyage of building a business or launching a startup. A world where the winds of competition blow relentlessly and the seas are fraught with peril. The first and most critical application is in the analysis of the market and your competitors. This is where your journey of external understanding begins. You must become a detective, carefully researching every significant competitor in your space. What are their core strengths and their most glaring weaknesses? How do they price their products, and what story does that pricing tell? What is their product like, not just on the surface, but in its soul? How do they speak to their customers, and what channels do they use to build those relationships? This deep-dived investigation is not about imitation. It is about discovery. It helps you identify the gaps in the market, the underserved customer needs, the frustrating pain points that no one is solving, or the strategic weak spots that your nimble startup can exploit with speed and precision. Parallel to this is the imperative to understand your customers on a deeply human level. They are not just data points on a spreadsheet. They are people with needs, desires, fears, and behaviors. Understanding their consumption trends and what truly motivates them allows you to sculpt your products and services not just to fit their needs, but to resonate with their aspirations, creating an emotional connection that builds a formidable competitive advantage. Simultaneously, you must turn that analytical lens inward, engaging in a rigorous assessment of your own internal strength. This is the know yourself part of the equation, applied with surgical honesty. Your business needs to objectively and fearlessly evaluate its own capabilities. Look at your team. Do you have the right people in the right roles? Assess your capital. Is it sufficient for your ambitions? And is it being deployed wisely? Examine your technologies. Is it a genuine asset or a potential liability? Scrutinize your operating processes. Are they lean and efficient or bloated and slow? This is not an exercise in self-criticism, but in self-awareness. By identifying your strengths, you learn which advantages to press. By acknowledging your limitations, you know where to invest, improve, or seek partnerships to fortify your position. It is from this crucible of dual understanding, a deep knowledge of both the external market and your internal reality, that a powerful and viable strategy can be forged. You can position your brand not where it's most crowded, but where it can shine the brightest. You can intelligently choose your battles, focusing your limited resources on the fronts where you have the highest probability of a decisive win, rather than wasting energy and capital in a war of attrition against a superior force. Perhaps the most sophisticated application of Sun Tzu's wisdom in business is the pursuit of a win without fighting strategy. This elegant concept challenges the conventional notion that success must come from direct head-to-head confrontation. It suggests that the greatest victory is one achieved without the bloodshed of a price war, a costly marketing arms race, or a draining legal battle. Instead of confronting a larger, more established competitor directly, you can use your understanding to find a different path. This is the art of leverage. It might mean creating such a unique and compelling product difference that you make the competition irrelevant in the eyes of your target customer. It could involve building such deep, sustainable, trust-filled relationships with your customers that they become your most passionate advocates, forming a defensive moat that competitors cannot easily cross. It could even mean forming strategic alliances and partnerships, collaborating with other businesses to achieve a common goal that would be impossible to reach alone. This is about outthinking, not outmuscling, the competition. Furthermore, this deep understanding of yourself and your environment is the key to flexibility and adaptability. Two of the most critical survival traits in the ever-shifting ecosystem of modern business. The market is not a static battlefield. It is a living, breathing organism that is in a constant state of flux. Customer preferences change, new technologies emerge, and unforeseen global events can rewrite the rules overnight. A business that operates on outdated assumptions is a business that is destined to fail. But one that continuously practices the discipline of knowing itself and knowing its environment can sense these shifts as they happen. It can react with agility, adjusting its strategy in real time, pivoting its approach, and transforming potential threats into unexpected opportunities. This ability to adapt is not a reactive panic, but a proactive response, guided by the clarity that comes from true situational awareness. It is the ability to not just survive the storm, but to harness its winds to propel you forward. It's faster and further than you ever thought possible. Ultimately, the journey of applying know yourself, know your enemy to your business is a transformative one. It teaches an important, enduring lesson. Sustainable victory in the complex world of commerce and innovation does not come from sheer force, relentless aggression, or a bigger budget. It is not about being the loudest voice in the room. It is born from a quieter, more profound strength. It comes from intelligence, from the discipline of careful and continuous preparation, and from the humble yet powerful ability to deeply understand the world around you and your own place within it. It's a journey that turns aspiring entrepreneurs into strategic masters and fledgling startups into lasting legacies. It is the quiet art of winning, not just for today, but for all the battles yet to come. This is the path to not just fighting 100 battles, but to building an empire that can withstand the test of time.